Welcome to Energetic Manifesting. This is seriously one of my favorite topics. I am Tiffany Cohen. I'm the spiritual boss mom, and I am also a master manifester. How do I know that I'm a master manifester? Well, in my lifetime, I have been able to call in abundance in so many forms: large sums of money, continuous flows of money, love in its truest form, my home, soulmate clients and customers, Christmas trees, free concert tickets, and so much more. I'll be honest with you, some of these things I didn't realize I was actually manifesting. It was really before I knew about any principles of manifesting or law of attraction. But once I really became a student of energetic manifesting, I have been able to call in more and more things quickly, really almost instantly, and in large quantities. So I couldn't just sit back and not share this information because we are magical. And I need to shout this from the rooftops. We can manifest our deepest desires, our biggest dreams, and we need to learn how to harness this power to actually manifest the things that we want in this lifetime. So, I want you to think about a time where you received something without, that you really wanted, right? You really manifested something without intentionally sitting down and manifesting. So think about something that you really wanted and you thought about it and then you kind of let it go, right? Like you didn't think about it again. And suddenly, what happens? You got the thing that you want. Now, I can remember probably one of the first times that I manifested um, something unintentionally. I was probably about 16 years old, maybe even younger, maybe like 15. And I really wanted concert tickets to go to a local radio station's, concert that they were putting together with all these like fun artists. And I called in and I won 2 tickets, but there was 4 of us in my group and I needed 2 more tickets. And I manifested, I could see us all there. I could see us all like dancing and having fun. And then I didn't think about it again. And I ended up the next day manifesting, or let's say manifesting, but I ended up winning another set of tickets and all 4 of us went in exactly, the thought that I had of us going. So that's really one of the first times that I unintentionally manifested. So, think about your story, right? And they're amazing when we really think about it. So, what I want you to know is this: we are already manifesting, we are subconsciously manifesting, and we don't even realize it, right? And our woo factors, everybody's woo factor, I call it, they really vary, right? What you believe in spiritually versus what the next person believes in is going to be very different. However, there's one thing that is certain: it's that we already subconsciously manifest. So I want you to know that this works in both ways. We are manifesting what we want, and we're also manifesting what we don't want. It's all in your language and the way that you think. So let's make sure that we are only manifesting what we want. So let's start out first by talking about what manifesting is and why we all have the ability to manifest. And I always say that manifesting is such a buzzword, and it really, really bothers me because I don't want the power and magic of manifesting to get lost in the novelty of the word itself. Like hashtag manifesting, um, because manifesting is very, very real and very, very powerful. And it can change your world for the better if you really let its magic in and consistently call on the universe. and you call on your guides, you call on your angels, your guardians, your goddesses, whoever it is for you, your spiritual team. And you call on them and ask for help in calling in your desires and the things that you want. And what happens is it really takes a mindset shift and a conscious effort to change how you speak. It's like shifting terminology from not if, if something happens, to shifting it to when something happens, when I'm in my beach home, when I have my boat, right? When I launch my big business, not if I do, if this happens. We don't want to use that type of terminology. It also depends on how you act, right? You want to live your life as if you already achieved this dream, if you already have this thing that you want. And then, most importantly, how you think. So, your thoughts are the most powerful things that you have going for you, my friend. When you really find yourself doubting your abilities or if your dreams will ever come to fruition, and I'm saying when here, when you find yourself doubting, because this is something that really creeps up on even the best manifestors. It's that you have to immediately flip the switch on your thoughts and turn them to more powerful, positive thoughts. And there's a really, really great book on this that I highly suggest. It was my first book in really beginning to live in this abundance mindset. And it's called Transform Your Life 10 Principles of Abundance and Prosperity by Chris Lee. I reread this book at least once or twice a year. And it is such a beautiful book in doing this. And if something that you're trying to call in, which I think we all are, is money, Creating Money by Sonia Roman and Dwayne Parker. That is a beautiful, beautiful book as well. Very woo. So if you are into the woo, that book is definitely for you. But this whole subject of manifesting it's such a meaty subject because there are so many layers. And bringing your dreams to life, it takes work on your end, but it also takes a healthy dose of magic. The universe is here to work for you, but you have to work for it. So it's just like with anything. The universe, it has its own language. So learning how to speak the universe's language will help you better interact and converse with it. The universe is built on energy, and the higher you can vibe with energies of gratitude and joy and love and being of service to others, the more the universe will speak the language back to you. It will send you what you need. It will put you in places where you need to be. It will whisper to you in your thoughts. It will send you your guides and your spirits, your angels, your spiritual team. It will send them there to guide you. What really like keeps you aligned and on your path. All of these things, the universe speaking to you. So when you can master how you interact with the universe about the things that are aligned for you, the universe will quickly and easily send you what you need to accomplish your goals. And these are the things that are aligned for you. So you have to be in alignment with the things that you want. So manifesting, the word manifesting is to take something theoretical, so basically a thought, and make it real. In other words, taking the vision of your goals and your dreams and the things that you want and bringing them into reality, bringing them into the physical form. And how do we have the ability to do this? Well, you are a manifested being. You are a physical manifestation of the universe, of God, of whatever word feels comfortable for you here. Source, okay, whatever word feels right for you. So you are a soul manifested into a body. So something from above, the soul aspect, physically rooted and manifested here on earth. And because you are manifested, you have the ability to manifest as well. Humans are the bridge. We are the bridge between heaven and earth. And because we are both, we have the abilities of both. We have the abilities of both the human and the divine. So if you're a Twilight fan, think Renesmee, right? Renesmee is both human and vampire, and she has the abilities of both humans and vampires. Well, that's you. You are Renesmee, but you're not a vampire. But you get the picture here. So as a soul, we are here to learn lessons so that we may ascend through these different dimensions and help bring heaven to earth. However, we have to remember who we are and what we are capable of. And our egos, well, they like to keep us stuck and safe. But until you step back into who you are and back into your soul's power, you will actually see glimmers of your soul doing its thing, right? Being magical. You're going to see your soul shine in these different ways. And I believe that it comes through in a lot of different ways, but one of those ways is through unintentional manifesting, meaning like you weren't sitting down saying, I am going to manifest today. So, how are we doing this unintentional magic? Well, by vibrating at the same frequency as the thing that we want. Dreams and physical things are not put on your heart if they aren't meant for you. When you can see yourself having the thing that you want, but like you're almost unattached to it, almost like you either know it's already yours or that you imagine yourself using this thing, doing this thing, and then you don't think about it for a while. And then what happens is you end up vibrating at the same frequency as the thing that you want. So vibrations are the key. And this is where the law of attraction comes in. So first and foremost, we are in a vibrational based universe. And that is proven by science. It cannot be ignored or disregarded, which means that we are all made up of atoms. What the law of attraction offers is this simple concept that like attracts like. That if two things vibrate at the same speed or frequency, they come together. So, what this means for you is that you need to be aligned with what you want. It has to be a match for you, it has to feel right for you. So, we need to vibrate at the same energy as what we want, which means we need to think and speak positively about the things we want, about our dreams, or even just give yourself that space to dream the dream. A lot of times we don't even give ourselves the space. We say that would be nice and that was it, but we don't actually live into it. We don't actually live into that dream and dream that dream of what it truly looks like. It's to really see yourself using the thing and feeling it in your body as if it's happening. And then at the end, we're releasing the want for it. So the brain, the human brain, does not know the difference between something that is real, like a dream, or like a dream, and what's really happening. So if you can live into that dream, you're kind of tricking your brain into thinking it's already happening, it's already there. So that's like something that's really powerful and so super amazing. So when you're unintentionally manifesting, you can probably see yourself using the thing that you want or at the place that you want to go, and then you release it. You forget about it and detach from the outcome, and not like in a negative way. It's not like, oh, forget it. Never going to have the boat I want. And then you storm off and like a teenager pout. No, you just dream about how nice it would be to have a boat. Maybe envision yourself riding on the ocean on a beautiful day. And then you snap out of your daydream and you really don't think about it again for a while. And then, boom, one day you have a random opportunity to buy a boat at a perfect price. So that's how you were able to manifest the things that you've manifested in your unintentional manifesting stories that have happened to you, right? Because you vibrated at the same frequency as what you wanted, and then you release the attachment to it, right? Same thing for me with my concert tickets. But I also like to think that the universe sends us clues to remember why we are here, and it likes to surprise us sometimes and try to snap us out of our monotony, right? To get you to stop and think about how everything just perfectly aligned, or how you always get what you want. I mean, that's kind of how it happened to me. I would kind of always end up getting the things that I wanted. And I had to sit back and say, like, how do I keep, how does everything keep always working out for me? Right. And then as I started to learn about manifesting, I realized, well, it was because I was doing things in a way that I was manifesting them. I was releasing the attachment to it at the same time. So now, if you can imagine, if you knew the principles behind manifestation, how much more powerful it would be. And that's why you're here today. The thing is this, and I'm going to say this, and I really want you to really try to open yourself up to this possibility. The quicker you can believe this and be open to it, the quicker you'll start calling in what you desire. So the thing is this, it is your divine birthright to live the exact life you want to live. You have everything you need at your disposal to get the things you want and to live your dream life. You are actually meant to live this big, beautiful life. What gets in the way is you. It's your ego. Remember, this is like an epic battle, only it's not good versus evil. It's limitless versus safety. Okay. And our human minds have a very hard time wrapping itself around the word limitless and everything that you need to do to be limitless, which is always living outside of your comfort zone. That is when the ego will kick in and say, oh, you don't deserve that. You're not good enough. That's not meant for you. You'll never have that, right? So are you struggling with this? Are you struggling with the ego getting in the way? And if so, how can you shift your mindset so that when these things kick in, because they will kick in, how do you really shift yourself into a more positive place? Or how do we tell our egos to step aside, sis, because mama's limitless, right? How do we do that? And it is actually on the easier side. It's really just making the conscious effort to catch yourself and then shift, right? And it's easy to do that. And this is a little tip by having some affirmations that you fall back on, or by just having some sass, right? Just having some sass and telling your mind, girl, step aside. I am doing my thing, by shutting up the ego and continuing to move forward by feeling the fear and doing it anyway. So this is going to be the first point about manifesting. The first thing you have to do is to believe. And I want you to remember this beautiful, beautiful quote. It is one of my favorites. It is, ask and it is given by the measure of your faith. Ask and it is given by the measure of your faith. So belief that you will have the thing that you want, that you can manifest your desires, it's necessary. Otherwise, you're going to block them. In some way, something will make you block the receipt of your desire. So how deeply you believe will correlate to how open you are to receive. So if you're struggling with belief, my suggestion is that when you're manifesting, to start small. Prove to yourself that you can manifest what you want, or you know what? I should say, let the universe prove to you that it's possible. So I want you to remember this too. The universe works in funny ways. So keep your eyes open because you might just get exactly what you want, but not in the way in which you expect it. So I have a story. It's actually a former mentor of mine. And this was her first time manifesting. And she said, I want to see a tiger, right? Whatever she was listening to, I think it was James Wedmore, told her to pick something obscure, but something small. Well, just pick something obscure. So she said a tiger. And she's like, where am I going to see a tiger in Florida? And she starts driving the next day and she sees that with her kids and she sees a tiger hanging off of somebody's bumper. So that first thing caught her eye. Then she goes to the library and her daughter just happens to pick out a book about a tiger. And then because she was rushed at the library with her kids, she really just grabbed any book and she opens up the book for herself and she starts to read it. And one of the main characters' name is, you guessed it, Tiger. So did she actually see a real tiger walking down the streets of Florida? No, thank God. But, she was able to see how the universe spoke to her. And that was in the ways that she least expected it. So, next up is intentions. So, writing out your intentions, your dreams, your goals, desires, you can use those words interchangeably, okay? Your wishes, whatever you want to say. And this will be your way of crafting your order with the universe. Now, when we craft the order, there are a few key things we need to do to speak the universe's language. So, this statement, if you can dream it, you can be it and have it, is a principle of manifesting and magnetizing. So, dreaming big is going to be really key to achieving your goals for a few reasons. One, the universe would never give you something you couldn't handle, right? And that means when it comes to doing the work to achieve your goals as well, that you are capable of doing it all. You are capable of learning it all. The universe would never put a dream on your heart if it was not meant for you. So have faith that what you're dreaming of is actually meant for you. It's meant to come to life. It's meant to come to fruition. And you are the person that is meant to do it. Okay. Now, especially when it comes to creative ideas, like not things, right? But creative ideas. You keep getting these ideas for a business or this idea for a product. That thing is actually meant to come to life. And what will happen is if like the universe will keep sending you the signs, the universe is going to keep giving you all the people and opening up doors for you and doing all of those things. But if you never bring that thing to life, it's going to move on. Okay. The idea itself is actually going to move forward into somebody else who will bring it to life, possibly. Right. And that's how you see that you think of something and then maybe like a year later or a couple months later, you see it on the market. Right. This happened to me with me and my husband with Bud Light Lime. We went to Puerto Vallarta and we stayed in an all inclusive, and the beer was terrible. And we would go to the store, we would buy Bud Light, we would give it to the bartender, and they would always bring it back with a lime in it. And it was so freaking delicious. And even when we came home from Puerto Vallarta, we always drank our beers like that from now on. We drank a Bud Light with a fresh squeezed lime. And we said, we have to go to Bud Light and tell them to make a beer like this. We have to go to Bud Light. Well, so what was it, 6 months later? We never did anything. And 6 months later, what happened? What hit the market was Bud Light Lime. And it's delicious, right? And that still stayed on the market. So we didn't bring it to life. So it was still meant to be. So the same thing goes for you. And the second thing is this, that when you let logic get in the way, the how and the when of something, you end up either talking yourself out of your dreams, you deem them too big, too much work, never going to happen, um, or you get just so desperate for the when is it going to happen, that the vibe you're putting out into the world, into the universe, is not one that's in a high vibe realm of gratitude and of faith, but it's like this low vibration energy of neediness and want. So the law of attraction, it works like this. The energy that you vibrate with, you will attract the same type of vibration, right? We talked about this earlier, like attracts like. So if all you're doing is putting out a lower energy vibration of like neediness and want, the universe is actually going to give you more wants, right? More to want. And it's going to give you more to feel needy over. Okay. So remember, this is how we are manifesting the things that we don't want. All right. So, and this all goes for your actions and your thoughts as well. So dreaming big allows you to put out into the universe the dreams and desires that are aligned for you so that you can begin to attract them. Right. Again, we talked about this earlier. It has to be a match for you. It has to feel right to you. We need to vibrate at the same energy as what we want, which means that we need to think and speak positively about our dreams. And then we need to write them out. We need to sit with them. We need to feel what it feels like to have that thing and then release it. Release the want for it. Become detached from the outcome and trust in the universe. This is the most powerful part. Remember the rules about the law of attraction, right? If we sit and want, we're going to receive want. So by removing yourself from the outcome, you are demonstrating faith and trust and a knowing that you will receive this thing. And that, my friend, is the vibration that you need to match your dream. So dream big and allow the universe to work its magic to bring you your dream or something better. But in order to tell the universe what we want, we need to be very clear about what exactly that is. You don't go into a deli and say to the person behind the counter, I'll take a sandwich, please, right? You say, I'll take a roast beef and cheese on a roll with light mayo and a little salt and pepper, right? Like you're very clear. And the same thing goes for the universe. So before we put in our order, you have to figure out, what exactly do you want? Okay, what do you want? And that's what you have to start figuring out. Then, how do we get there? I mean, like when you finally do get your sandwich at the deli and they make it and wrap it for you, you don't just walk out the door, right? There's an energetic exchange. You have to pay for your sandwich. We don't just put in our order and then walk out the door with what we want, right? That would be stealing. So, same thing goes for your order to the universe. You dream it, you release the control of it, you do the work to get there. That's the energetic exchange. And then you trust that the universe will deliver the delicious roast beef sandwich that you had in mind, or better. So let's say, let's put this into like a real world perspective. So let's say you wanted to manifest a car, and so many people manifest cars. It's actually on my list for this year. So you want to manifest a car and it's really outside of your budget. So you're going to put in your order. I want a red BMW, a black leather seats. I want a sunroof, and I want a kick-ass sound system. So you see yourself driving it. right? You hear your favorite song on the radio on that badass sound system, and you're dancing, you are feeling good, right? And you have that wind in your hair from your sunroof that you wanted, and you're feeling overjoyed and carefree. You're looking fine in your sunglasses. I mean, you could see the whole damn thing, right? And then you're going to release it, right? And then now what? So now you have to sit back and say, what can I do to get the money in my budget to get this car? Okay. And you start sitting down and thinking about it. And then maybe you remember that, a spot just opened up at work, and it would be a promotion for you with more money. So maybe you weren't thinking about going for this. Maybe you had some reservations. Maybe your ego was kicking in and telling you that you can't do that job. You'll never get that promotion, right? But um, if you step outside of your comfort zone and you apply, right, you start to do those things. You start to step outside of the comfort zone. Now you're putting in the work. Now you're putting out that work. And these things, they're open to you for a reason. They're open to you. All right. They're put in your way, right? The universe brings you things, and that's doing the work. So you're not hoarding your money and saving and saving and saving and going without, right? That's easy. That would be the easy road. What kind of life would it be if you were driving an awesome BMW but eating ramen every night for dinner, right? So what you're doing is, as the energetic exchange, is that you are living outside of your comfort zone. You're showing up and living your life in a big way part of your daily routine. You're calling in that high vibe energy, and guess what? You got the job with the big raise. And guess what? There was a great lease structure on BMWs. And with your new job and this lease structure, you were able to afford the car of your dreams. And I'm on a tangent here, but I want you to understand the bigger scope of it all. What happens is that you don't just become a magnet for the one thing you want. You don't just become a magnet to the car. No, you become a magnet for amazing things in life because you have made that mindset shift that you, number one, believe that you can have anything that you want, and number two, that you choose to live outside of your comfort zone. That's the real magic. And I'm not saying that you will always be in this mindset. That's not realistic at all. You're going to have days where the ego wins. And that's very natural and that's very normal. But if you can live most days where the soul's energy is winning, where the soul is shining through, and you're making decisions based upon joy, and you're making decisions based upon living outside of your comfort zone, well, then think about all of the things that you could be doing in your life. All right, here come the energetics. All right. So this is all based within our chakra system. Okay. So if you're not familiar with your chakra system, a chakra is an energetic wheel of energy. And we have 7 main in-body chakras that are charged with the management, maintenance, and regulation of the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of our beings in the physical world. So your chakra system is going to play a big role in your energetic manifesting. It's our energy or our vibration that will help us to manifest what we want. So when we say you need to vibrate, right? When I'm saying you need to vibrate at the same frequency as what you want, well, this is how you're going to do it. Okay. So are you ready? Now, so remember that we spoke about that humans, as humans, we are the bridge between heaven and earth. Well, this is going to be the premise for our manifesting. We need to be so deeply rooted and high in the sky. And I actually took a course in 2020 from Amityville Apothecary, Dina from Amityville Apothecary, all about crystals. And it was very much about the chakra system. And I loved how she talked about the root chakra. And this was, the basis for what she was saying was that your root chakra, okay, is going to be the basis for all of the other chakras in your body. Okay. So, like I said before, we need to be so deeply rooted and high in the sky, right? So, as above, so below. So, what this means is that we really need all of our chakras to manifest. And a lot of times we think, if you think about manifesting, you think it's just the upper chakras, right? You think you're just sending up the message that from your brain to the universe that this is what you want. When in reality, it's all of your chakras. And the one that is very important to it all is your root chakra. Okay, so I jumped a little there, but it's your root chakra. So your root chakra, it's the I am chakra, and it's the basis for all of the other chakras in your body. And it's the root chakra's job to create a safe container within which creativity and creation can take place. So in order to manifest our desires, we really have to be so firmly rooted to rise. Like think of a tree whose roots are deep in the ground and its limbs shoot high into the sky. You can't have one without the other, right? If we had a tree that was super tall but with no roots, it would fall over, right? So we have to be so deeply rooted. So think about this in relation to your root chakras. And also, we can have all the gifts and be able to tap into our intuition, but we can't truly integrate, right? So, this is the above chakras. We can't truly integrate the information from above that we're receiving if we are not rooted to the below. We need to, for the root chakra to create this safe container. So getting very grounded in meditations and definitely before you begin to manifest will really allow you to be firmly rooted so that you can rise, right? Like you even see this idea in yoga, right? That's an actual move, root to rise. So I want you to remember this, your root chakra, right? It's the I am chakra. So I want you to think of a few affirmations, right? I am is usually at the base of your affirmations, and then it takes on something from the other chakras. So I am a passionate, creative person. That's from your sacral chakra. I am powerful. That's your solar plexus chakra. I am loved. That's your heart chakra. I am heard. Your throat chakra. I am an intuitive person, right? That's your third eye chakra. I am connected to the universe. I am connected to God. Well, that's your crown chakra. I am a money magnet. I am a magnet for everything I desire, right? That's everything. That's bringing them all in. And the root chakra is always there, grounding these other chakras into becoming who you want to be. It's grounding you so that you can become the highest version of you. So our root chakra, being the base, is going to be a very important chakra to focus on when manifesting. So then next up, we have our sacral chakra. Now, our root chakra is located at the base of your spine. Okay, so our sacral chakra is located a couple inches below your belly button, and your sacral chakra is where creation happens. So this is associated with the color orange. Root is associated with red. I want you to think about a rainbow. Root is associated with red, sacral with orange, and we are going to lift our energy up from our root chakra and into the sacral chakra for the thing that we want, right? For that manifestation to be created. So this is where life blooms in women, and the same goes for ideas and projects, right? This is where the life is breathed into it. So next up, we're going to move through the chakra system and into the solar plexus chakra. So that's in your belly. And this is your Beyonce chakra. Okay. That's what I like to call this, your Beyonce chakra. It's um, really I would say the confidence. This is where the confidence that you're going to need to bring your dream to life. This is the energy that's living in that area. It's the do what you have to do to make it happen feeling. Okay. You are unstoppable. This energy will propel your manifestation into higher realms by also believing that the universe is unstoppable and showing the universe that you are confident in the co-creation of this manifestation, the co-creation meaning between you and the universe. So now we come to the heart chakra, right? We move up to the heart chakra, and this is the seat of your soul. So feel the love that you have for this thing, the love for your life with this thing, gratitude to the universe for putting this dream on your heart. Your heart always knows best. Your heart always knows the answer first. So bring the energy to the heart center and allow your heart to overfill with love and gratitude to the universe. Okay, so now we come to the throat chakra. Now, this chakra allows you to speak your manifestation coolly and with ease. Remember, big dreams, they feel scarier than they actually are. Our dreams feel, these big dreams, they feel unattainable and scary, right? But in reality, when you're on the other side of it and you've already achieved it, and it could not even be a dream, it could just be something small, but your mind begins to play tricks on you. The fear really begins to kick in, right? And if everything feels scary, and then once you actually do it and you step onto the other side of it where you have it and you look back, you realize that it actually wasn't as scary as you thought, right? But that's the ego trying to keep you safe. But I believe that speaking your dreams, um, really speaking them into existence, I should say, it's half the battle. A lot of times we have this idea in our mind and we have this dream and we keep it to ourselves. But I think that we really need to speak them into existence. Once they're out in the world and no longer a secret, you will find so much alignment that it's unbelievable. So now we come up to our third eye chakra. And your third eye chakra is your intuitive chakra. It's your knowing. So knowing that you have every ability to manifest what you desire. Your intuition and feeling when something is aligned for you and when you are vibing with something, it just fully takes over and you know that it's meant for you. And that's all happening in your third eye chakra, which is right at the middle of your forehead. And then you have your crown chakra, and your crown chakra is located on the top of your head, a little bit back, right? A little bit in that, I guess, that soft spot area, maybe that from when you were a baby, a little bit back from there. And this is the chakra that is connected to source or universe or divine, right? Whatever word feels right for you. Your belief that you are connected to God and you are divinely guided, surrounded, and protected, and that you are co-creating with God your dream life. All right, so that's it for the main chakras. So beginning your manifestation from the root and taking it all the way to rise will truly help you to create what you want. Why? Because that manifestation needs to be fueled by each energy as it moves from the root, or let's say from the earth to the universe. Remember, you are the bridge. So manifesting is just not as effective if just focused on, let's say, manifesting in the mind or just manifesting from the root with no focus on bringing that energy up and touching each chakra point. And we are going to accomplish this all through meditation. Okay. So now that we have the idea of what we want, we formulated it into an order for the universe. We know that when we meditate on what we want to manifest, we need to really feel it in all of our chakras. Well, now what? So now we need to experience the manifestation. We need to live it. We need to breathe it, feel it, see yourself there as best as possible. Immerse yourself in it. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? Who is there? Who isn't there with you? Where are you? Seeing yourself, and this might not be visually seeing yourself, right? Because everybody meditates differently. So it might not be, you might not be able to see visually, but maybe you feel like you're there. It's the feeling of being somewhere as well, right? So feeling yourself or seeing yourself with the thing that you want and experiencing what it is to have that thing is creating the exact vision to send to the universe. So once you have sat in this experience for a while, give gratitude to the universe for the experience, right? Thank you, universe, for allowing me to experience this thing. Feel it in your heart. Really let it well up in there. Let it build. And then release the vision, release the want for it, right? Become detached from the outcome. And that is the most powerful part, right? And as you release it, say some affirmations. And I like to use these. Everything I desire is already here. This or something better, and so it is. So that's the secret sauce, guys. What enhances it all is living back into this vision every day. So even if you just take 5 minutes out of your day and you feel that vision and then you release it, the more potent your message is to the universe. So think of it like this. You know, if you repeatedly, maybe every day, go into a restaurant or a coffee shop and you order your order, right? You order the same thing every time. The people there that work there, they get to know you. They know your order before you even say it, right? They can see you coming in and just start making what you want because they know what it is. And then they just hand you your non-fat white chocolate mocha light whip extra shot. All right, that's just mine. But you get the idea, right? Like they hand you your exact order exactly the way that you like it. Well, that's how the universe works, right? They're going to be like, oh, it's you again, girl. Hey, you back? All right, let's do this. Right? So experiencing it every day, even if it's just for a little bit, let's be realistic. You're manifesting, I mean, you're meditating about other things and you're meditating in general. This can take 5 minutes when you are just sitting on the couch. Like you don't have to make it a formal thing. You can just sit there with that feeling because remember, you've already lived it. You've already done the work to live it. So your brain has to just remember that feeling of being there. It feels like a memory to your brain. Remember, your brain does not know the difference between what was real and what was not. All right. So before we jump into this meditation, I want you, and you can pause this video, but I want you to quickly write down one thing that you would like to manifest right now, because we're going to do a meditation. And I want you to give it a bit of thought and some detail. Okay. So take a few minutes, pause this video, write down the thing that you want, give it that detail, write out your order to the universe. And then when you're done and you feel like you have a good idea of what that looks like, unpause and let's get to some work here. All right, it's time to start our meditation. So begin by closing your eyes. That feels safe for you. We are going to get centered and grounded. So as you listen to the music, just tell your body to relax. Tell each body part to let go of any tension. Drop your shoulders. Slow breathing. Sinking deep, deep into the ground. As if you had a weight attached to you. Breathing in deeply, out, relaxing fully, noticing where you're feeling tension and releasing that tension. And I want you to imagine what it is that you would like to manifest today. Maybe it's something small. Maybe it's something big. Whatever it is that you would like to manifest. Just hold this thought gently in your mind. Now let's turn our thoughts inward to your own energy. Take a deep breath in, hold, and out your mouth. One more deep breath in, hold, and out your mouth. Now, I want you to imagine the most pure white light you've ever seen coming down from the heavens. It's sparkling and beautiful, and it is surrounding your being from head to toe. It's inside of you and all around you, and you are filled with love. You feel so expansive. Take another deep breath in and fill your lungs with this light. Hold it there and release. Now take that vision of your manifestation and continue to hold it loosely and gently in your mind. Now intentionally bring your thoughts and your energy to your root chakra, located at the base of your spine. Feel the energy pool there as you let the thought of your manifestation drift in and out. You feel the energy building in this area, knowing that you are planting the seeds for your manifestation to grow. This is where its roots will form. Now take a deep breath in, and as you do, bring that energy up to your sacral chakra. Allow it to pool and build in this chakra. The energy is building. This is just below your belly button. Allow it to pool, build, and your manifestation is drifting in and out, knowing that this is the space where the thing you want is being created, where life is being breathed into it. Now, deep breath in and take all that energy as you breathe in and move it up to your solar plexus chakra, right in the middle of your belly. Feel the energy pool and allow your manifestation to float in and out of your mind as you know that you are in the center of confidence. You are confident that this thing will come into fruition. In fact, it's already here waiting for you. You have everything it takes to make your dreams come true. Now, deep breath in and move that energy up to your heart center, the seat of your soul. Allow all of this beautiful energy to pool in your heart space, knowing that this is what will bring your manifestation to life. Love. Living from your heart space and knowing that the universe works in its own divine ways and its own divine timing to bring you exactly what you need. And allow that loosely held manifestation to float in and out of your mind. Feel it in your heart. Now, deep breath in and bring your energy up to your throat chakra, a space where we are heard, where we speak our truth. Allow this energy to pool in your throat. This is where you will speak into existence what it is you want. You have a voice to use, and allow the universe to hear you loud and clear. And as you hold on to your manifestation loosely, speak now out loud what it is that you want. Deep breath in and move that energy up to your third eye chakra, the center for intuition and intellectual knowing. You know that magic is real, that manifestation is part of our birthright. And as the energy pools here, you can see your vision loosely held in your mind. You know that this dream is yours and on its way. Now, deep breath in and push that energy up and out of your crown. The energy is spilling up and over your crown chakra, the space for your connection with Source, with God, with the universe. The energy of your manifestation is so strong, and you sense your manifestation taking form. See the energy float up, and as it floats up, you float with it. Don't worry, you are so grounded to the floor by the root, and you will be back shortly. We are heading to the fifth dimension, where dreams begin to take physical form. Allow yourself to float up and up through the universe, through the heavens. And as you get there, you notice that you are alone, with the exception of this energy, of this manifestation energy. And you notice that the energy is playful. And the energy spins all around you. Maybe you're giggling along with it. And you reach out your hand and begin to shape and stretch this formation into what you want your manifestation to look like. Shape it, stretch it, and continue to shape it until you can see your vision or feel that you have this thing or that you are experiencing it. Now, step into the vision. Live it, breathe it in, feel everything all around you. It feels so real because it is so real. Take a few moments to live into your manifestation. time to come back. Step out of the vision and see it before you. Now take that vision and feel extremely grateful to the universe that they gave you this vision and you were able to live it for a while. Now it's time to release it. Release your vision back to the universe with a full heart and so much gratitude, knowing that you will see it again soon. Thank you, universe, for this experience. I am so grateful. And I know that everything I desire is already here. This or something better. And so it is. Now come back down from the 5D. Slowly drift back into the room. Pull up any roots that are in the ground. Take a deep breath in and begin to move your body. Stretch and open your eyes. So, I want you to take a moment and journal about your experience in this meditation. So, what did you see? How did that feel for you? Pulling the energy up through the chakras, allowing it to spill over your crown chakra, visiting the 5D where dreams really take shape. And then living, of course, into that manifestation. So take a moment, pause this class and write about everything you experienced. So this is a downloadable meditation that you got along with this course. So my suggestion is to practice it as often as you can to keep those dreams and goals front of mind. Now, there are all different types of manifestation. This is energetic manifesting. There's also cyclic manifesting, where we work with the moon's energies to manifest as well. And I offer a free Manifesting by the Moon challenge for anyone that is interested. So if you found this course through the Manifesting by the Moon challenge, it's so great. What I want you to do going forward is to incorporate this practice into your daily manifesting. So feel the energy of the manifestation come up and up through each chakra as you hold the image of your manifestation loosely in your mind, and continue to do this along with the Manifesting by the Moon challenge and living into the energy of the moon. Okay, so this is the end of this energetic manifesting workshop, and it has been an honor to guide you through this workshop, and I am so excited to see you manifest your dreams into reality. So make sure that you stay connected with me. Make sure that you let me know what you've manifested, or if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I am here to help you make your dreams a reality. So please make sure that, again, you share on social media. I am at Spiritual Boss Mom, and let me know what you have been able to co-create with the universe. And until next time, I'm the Spiritual Boss Mom, and I appreciate you and thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide.